Alright, busybodies are done and dusted for another day, another week. So as you can see, just finished up, so I'm just packing up, grabbing a few pieces of gear and heading back to work. So if there's any mums out there that want to get active after pregnancy or even before pregnancy as well, keeping fit, I run a wee workout group on Wednesdays 10 AM at Hancock Park opposite the Dinosaur Park. So anyone based in Dunedin, you are more than welcome to come. You know what? I realised pretty early when I became a trainer is that I have a massive shoe addiction, and you'll probably find that out through the vlogs. You won't find a vlog where I'm wearing probably the same shoes. So today rocking the Air Maxes blacked out. You can find those in Area 51 or any random Nike store throughout New Zealand, probably wherever you live or overseas. But yeah, they're probably one of the comfiest shoes I own. One of the stylish as well. Pretty much go with anything I have. So now what I'm doing is walking to Kinetic Health. I'm going to get readjusted, so I do this once a week, and it's pretty easy, pretty effective way of working out with my training as well, because obviously when I first started seeing Hamish, who's my chiropractor, I was pretty average mobility wise, and now I'm about an 8 out of 10. Alright, finished up at Kinetic Health and Fitness, and now all I'm doing is walking back to my car. Going to head into town, try and find some marketing material for the Women's Expo that's in a couple of weeks, or actually next week, and also grab some more equipment for this camera. So I'm trying to find a tripod and some wee muffling things. Alrighty, let's see what's going on. So, just sorted out the Women's Expo material. So that's next weekend for anyone that's in Dunedin that wants to come and say hi at the Absolute booth. I don't know what number we are, I don't know where we are in the booth, but we're definitely going to be there, so come down and say hello. What I did just to pick up is a wee tripod, Joby tripod. So I'm going to do a wee unboxing here and countdown while I'm parked here. I've got a wee good tripod going on my car. So yeah, it's one of the things I wanted to get since I got this camera. Definitely something that is underutilized with camera equipment. I think people are too scared of putting things on tripods because they might fall off or might fall down, but definitely gives you a different angle, a different ability. Most of my videos on Instagram, if you go check my Instagram, link is down in the description. Most of those videos are with suction cup or anything like that. And so I'm just going to unbox this. So yeah, I've got a suction cup wee tripod that you'll see most of my Instagram videos on, and most of my vlogs now will use this. So just gives me more dynamic range and more accessibility to the camera instead of me just walking around holding a camera in my hand. So this will be fun to walk around in public with. I'm sure I'll get some looks, but it's all about giving you guys good content.
You were the shadow to my light. Did you feel ours? Another star, you fade away. Afraid our aim is out of sight. Wanna see us alive. Where are you now? Where are you?
Alrighty, just finished at boot camp for the night, so I'm just going to head out, get some food and go home. Really productive boot camp. My clients lost about 10 kilo over since the start of January, so about a boot camp and a half working with me, which is really good. I'm really stoked with him because he's put his amount of effort in, which is good to see as rewards. But yeah, so gonna plan on going home after I get some food, and I'll catch you then. morning. It is 4:58 a.m. and I've just rocked up to my first location of my clients for a Thursday morning. I train, like I said in previous vlogs, I train some people at 5 a.m. on Tuesday and Thursday mornings just to fit some more sessions in my week. Sometimes when I get really busy I can't fit them in the normal hours. So I try and, or they decided that they wanted to train at 5 a.m. and I'm never going to say no to clients wanting to train. So yeah, I'm at my first location, 5 a.m. I'll see you soon. Alright, good morning YouTube. It is Thursday morning and I'm back at the local countdown. What did I bet 10 people could have guessed that I was getting food at this time of the day. Yeah, so just heading in, getting some resupplies. I didn't do too much, didn't buy enough on the Monday vlog, so have to come back and buy some more. So I'm just here on a wee break in between clients at St Kilda Beach, and I've also got my wee lifesaver. So I thought I'd chuck the camera on, have a chat. Expo is next weekend. I'll have all the details down below in the description. It's a Dunedin based event where, well, it's only women's only, so any women out there that follow this YouTube channel, comment below and see if you're going. If you are going and you've ever wanted to try a session with me, I am releasing a limited supply of free 30-minute personal training sessions in which all the details are on the back. This is just a good thing that I do most expos or most opportunities I get, just to give people out there that even haven't heard of me or want to see what I'm like as a trainer, the opportunity to see what I am as a trainer. Alright, what is going on YouTube? I thought I'd put you at the top of my Hilux for a different angle and give you a different environment. It's about 8 p.m. here, so I'm going to end the vlog just because by the time I edit it and upload it to YouTube for tomorrow at 11 a.m. I will have nothing else to do. I'm just going to have some dinner and then jump into bed because I start at 5 a.m. again tomorrow. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some more footage at the end of this clip just to give you some little more content. It's going to be a wee instructional video of how to do 4 different exercises and the pitfalls that I feel like are the biggest concerns that I've seen at the moment, and I'll give you wee tips and tricks to make your workouts a little bit more efficient and more productive in terms of muscular growth and fat burning property. Yeah, so really enjoying the feedback that you guys are giving me, and I'm loving making these vlogs, so I'm going to try my best to make Monday, Wednesday and Friday work and trying to bring you exciting content and keep you guys nice and entertained. I'm going to Auckland in 2 weeks, so that should be a fun wee vlog. I'm going to do a 10,000 calorie challenge, and I'm going to do a few interviews with different people within the fitness industry to give you an idea of what goes on behind the scenes, both in gym and outside the gym as well. Alright, welcome to the voiceover. I hope you've stayed for this portion of the video because there are some good tips that you can kind of pick up and implement with your workout regime. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting my my hands planted kind of shoulder width apart, in line with the wee bars that you'll find on any barbell. What you want to do here is when I'm racking off the bar, I'm kind of squeezing my lats instead of my shoulders to kind of take the force away from there. Once I'm in line with my chest, I'm coming down, squeezing my shoulder blades together and pushing my chest up every single time. So you'll see in this second clip coming up what I mean by pushing my chest up. But what I'm doing here is every time I'm doing at the top of the movement, I'm squeezing my pecs as much as I can. And when I re-rack the bar, I'm using those lats like I did in the first place. So what I'm talking about before, about the lats engaging and puffing my chest up, you'll see in a second when I lie down on the bench, you'll see a little gap that appears below my back, and that is me engaging my chest. So normally what happens is when you engage your chest, it creates a little bit of a curve throughout your spine, but I've got my glutes and my feet and my head planted firmly on the bench. So that little arch allows me to engage my pecs or my chest muscles, and also allows me to engage my lats as I bring the bar off. What I'm doing here is every time I get to the bottom when I'm touching the added as sign, I'm engaging those pecs to give it the most forceful response to the bench press, and I'm making sure that every time at the top I'm giving it a wee extra squeeze just to make sure those muscles are working. So you can see here I'm just finishing off the set. I re-rack the bar with my lats, and then I can safely jump up. So moving on to an incline bench press. There is 3 variations of a bench press. So there's a decline, incline, and a barbell flat bench, which you just saw in the previous clip. This is an incline dumbbell press. The reason I like using dumbbells is because it works on my stabilizers found within my shoulders. So here again, I'm actually trying to squeeze my chest at the top of every movement. Again, I'm trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Imagine you have a tennis ball between your back and you're trying to squeeze those shoulder blades so that tennis ball doesn't fall out, and you will automatically engage those chest muscles every single time. So here I'm just finishing off the reps, again trying to make that rainbow effect as I come down, and making sure that I'm pushing vertically up and not forward. Moving on to the seated dumbbell press. So again, I'm using dumbbells because it creates that instability that a bar doesn't, and then that's working the stabilizers found within the shoulders. Again, I've got those 2 points of contact, or 3 points of contact, sorry, with my back, my glutes, and my feet nicely planted on the ground. I'm making that rainbow effect going over my ears, which creates pressure on those within those shoulders. Well, again, you don't want to be pressing forward. You almost want to be pressing back, but almost in line with your ears. But yeah, trying to keep it as kind of rainbow effect as you can, and that will definitely work those shoulders. Alright, moving on to the second last exercise of today's voiceover. What we're going to do here is a tricep extension. Now there's heaps of variations of a tricep extension, but today what we're doing is focusing on a bar, kind of a barbell tricep extension, but using the cable machine. So what we want to do here is focus on our feet being pointed one behind the other, our elbows locked into place, and our shoulders, making sure we're not loading through our shoulders, but instead our elbow and our tricep. So what here, you can see that foot position changing, and my kind of load is coming through my tricep and my elbow, and I'm not really leaning forward to engage those shoulders. I'll show you again through another clip just to reinforce that little idea. So what I mean by the feet position is that you don't want your feet side by side because it doesn't create stability. Feet position one behind the other creates stability. Elbows locked into place because that kind of contracts your tricep. So you almost want to think about every movement we do, we want to kind of contract the muscle group that we're working as fast as possible. And you can see how I'm kind of contracting that tricep. You can see it flexing right there every single time, and that means that it is contracting and it is working. The main kind of difference is that people kind of lean forward, which kind of engages our shoulders, and we don't really want to engage any other muscle group apart from the muscle group that we want to work. Alright, moving on to our final exercise, which is a dumbbell lateral raise. So here I do a different variation to some people, but I find this is the most effective way to engage those lats. And you can see I'm practicing here, just seeing the movement. There's no need for you don't always have to use weights if you want to kind of go through the movement without using weights. You definitely can. I think I always say to people, don't leave your ego at the door. If you don't have to use weights, you don't have to use weights. It's always use good form, because if we're not using good form, we're not going to get anywhere in the gym, because our muscles aren't contracting, and we're almost just going to injure ourselves rather than getting the muscular gains that we want to get. And that is a wrap on the voiceover. I hope you guys learnt a little bit. That is me signing out. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you in the next one.
Do you think we could find out?